Discover yourself, who you are, what you can do in your life. Let's ask from brain to think and talk to act accordingly.
Welcome to our video on functional programming with Python. Functional programming is a programming paradigm that focuses on the use of functions to solve problems. In contrast to imperative programming, which relies on statements that change the state of a program, functional programming relies on the evaluation of expressions, which are functions that take an input and return output. In Python, you can use functional programming techniques by making use of higher-order functions, which are functions that take other functions as arguments or return functions as output. You can also use lambda functions, which are anonymous functions that are used to create small, one-time use functions. One of the main benefits of functional programming is that it can help you write code that is more concise, easier to read, and easier to test. It can also make it easier to parallelize your code, which can improve its performance. Python has a number of built-in features that support functional programming, such as first-class functions and immutable data types like tuples and frozen sets. Let's start by looking at first-class functions. In Python, functions are treated as first-class citizens, which means that they can be assigned to variables, passed as arguments to other functions, and returned as values. Here's an example of a simple function that takes a function as an argument and returns a modified version of that function. This code defines a function called apply_twice that takes another function and an argument, and returns the result of calling that function twice with the given argument. We then define a function called add_5 that adds 5 to its argument, and pass it to apply_twice. When we run this code, it prints 20, because add_5 is called twice with an argument of 10, resulting in a final value of 20. Another important concept in functional programming is immutability. In Python, certain data types are immutable, meaning that once they are created, their values cannot be changed. These include tuples and frozen sets. Here's an example of using a tuple to store an immutable pair of values. Trying to change the value of an element in a tuple will cause an error, because tuples are immutable. This can be useful when you want to ensure that certain values don't get modified accidentally. Thank you for watching our video on functional programming with Python. We hope you found it helpful and that you now have a better understanding of how to use functional programming techniques in your own Python code.